Okay, so I've had a few requests to make a video about making a portfolio, and of course this is a portfolio that you would submit if you're going to get into design school. So why is it important? Well, if you want to get into pretty much any design course at pretty much any university, I think, you have to submit a portfolio, and a pretty good one. So I'm going to show you my portfolio that I submitted to get into industrial design school for this year, and hopefully you can take some takeaways from it to create your own portfolio, so you can get into design school next year. Okay, so this is solely my portfolio. I'm not sure if I did it the best way, but I'm just going to show you so you can learn from my example, good or bad. So, this is my cover letter. I basically told a little bit about myself, and then why I want to study at AUT, and then I've sort of talked a bit about my vision. This is like, the cover letter is where you can tell, you're trying to say who you are, and tell a little bit about yourself, what inspires you, and why you want to study there. Have a read through that on your own. Alright, now, this is Mirren. This is the project I worked on in 2015. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in the end, due to, I mean, now that I look back at it, I can see why it didn't work out. So, even though it failed, it made for great content for my portfolio. So just brief introduction, what I learnt from doing Mirren, and then I went into in-depthly explaining what Mirren was, because, you know, it's a product. I designed it, so it fits really well into product design. That's what I decided to put in. Now you might, obviously, I dare say the vast majority of you won't have had a startup experience. You may have just come out of school, that's fine. But this is what I did. So, I talked about that. I'm not going to go into detail of it. But, yeah, so I explained everything. What are the Mirrens? What's the problem they solve? Easiest way to view your memories, why it was a great idea. And that goes on to the next few pages. I'm going to upload this, and there's a link in the description for my portfolio, and you can read through this on your own time, but I don't really have time to go into this. But when it comes to portfolios, what they are looking for is, first they want to see that you have a creative mind. Whether you're going into product design, graphic design, textile design, any form of design, it requires a huge amount of creativity. So they want to see that you have that raw potential. So that's what you want to show in your portfolio. But also you want to show your skills and that you are a hard worker. So Mirren showed that I could design a product. Even though it didn't work out, it was great content. So the first 7-8 pages of my portfolio covers the Mirren. So we had software, so I explained about how I wanted the look and feel of the software to go, and then what the security was, so yeah. And then, so before I did Mirren, the idea actually started with the memory stones, which actually may have been a better idea. Now this was a physical product, but there were these little stones that I created, and they would have a little NFC chip at the bottom. Same idea as the stickers, but less versatile and more expensive. Anyway, so that was probably the first product I designed. And I designed quite a few of them, but here's like 3. The flowers, the hearts, and I give you a little bit of detail about manufacturing, the design, the process, the materials I used. They were a cool idea. Didn't work out, wasn't financially viable, but you know, live and learn, people. Yes, Simply Clever Toys. Now this was a venture that I started with my brother, Matthew. You can see his channel over here. He's into films and stuff. But anyway, we started, it was quite cool. We started on YouTube when we were both 16 and 14, and we made little product videos for all of our toys that we sold, and we did pretty well. Some of the videos went viral. It was a great little business and a really good introduction for me into entrepreneurship. I'll add a link in the description to our old website, which we've sold now, but you can see what we used to do, and you can see our old channel. There's a lot of embarrassing videos of me. Open Cape Man style! When I was young. So, enjoy. But I've put this in because it shows my entrepreneurial skills and my thinking and the achievements that I've done in my early life. And then of course I have my artwork. Now I come very much from an art background. I did art ever since I was about 6. And yeah, but anyway, so I put that in my portfolio because it's another thing, even though it's not product design drawing, which is, now that I'm doing it, it's very, very different from artistic drawing. It shows my creativity, it shows my skill level, and yeah. And there's a few more. There's the beginning of that big wall thing that I did a video on. So I put that in there, and I've got some of my old traditional work. This is all my digital work. And yeah. What else we got? Oh, here's my other one. And then this is my brother and his wife Ayako, and this was the wedding invitation that I drew for their wedding, and I sort of tried to take their likeness across into sort of Disney style characters, which I thought worked pretty well, and it made for a really, really nice wedding invitation that they were really happy with, and it was cool. And then this one is just a self-portrait, again me taking myself into a more caricature sort of style, and I'm quite happy with that. It looks like me. But again, it all shows my creativity. Now that is my portfolio. Well, that was how I submitted it to a guy called Shane, who was he's still one of the lecturers at AUT, and he was willing to have a look at it before I submitted it. And he looked at that and he said it was really, really good, but he wanted to see some more 3D work. Now I, at the time, had never learned any CAD software, so I had about a week and a half before I had to submit, so I rushed, taught myself how to do SketchUp. Actually, I've got a video about that, and I created this little motivational watch thingamajig. The idea was that every time you made a good decision, it would get a full circle around. Anyway, I'm not going to explain it, but anyway, I did a CAD thing. You can teach yourself these things really, really quickly. You render it out, it looks really nice, whether it works or not, but it shows your skill. So yeah, that is my portfolio. That is what I submitted to get into industrial design at AUT. I think the takeaways from this is what you need to keep in mind when you do your portfolio is think about what they want to see. They want to see that you are creative, because every degree in any form of design requires a huge amount of creativity. So you need to show that you've got raw potential. And you can do that by showing your artwork. A lot of my fellow students, they came from an art background, are really good artists. So show that, because it shows you're creative, but also show that you're skilled. And what that comes in is, like, for example, I had to submit some CAD that I had done, and also show your mindset, you know, why you want to enter. I really hope this has helped, but I would caution you slightly. Now, this portfolio was tailored perfectly for AUT. Now, when it comes to getting into industrial design in other universities, they may require different things. I know in Germany, because I've talked to a German student, they require a whole lot more when it comes to design drawing. They expect that you are relatively good at design drawing before you even enter university. So you need to check with the universities that you're going into what they're expecting, and tailor your portfolio to that for the best outcome. And also when it comes to layout of your portfolio, you need to do the best job you possibly can. Make it look really, really nice, because that is graphic design, and that shows that you can design. So they're not just looking at the content, but they're also looking at the layout. In other words, just do the best damn job you possibly can, and you stand a really good chance of getting in. I really hope this has helped, and all the best with getting in to your university next year, whether it is for industrial design, textile design, graphic design, whatever sort of design you're going to do. I wish you good luck and enjoy the journey of design, because it is hella fun. And I will see you in my next video. Adios, amigos.